Straight up Tennessee family. You see the title, smoke them if you got them, and we smoking them right now. Tennessee defeats Alabama 24-17. Man, what a night it was in Neyland. I have my voice I don't know how. I don't know how I have my voice on a Sunday after being in that stadium. It was absolutely electric all night long. Neyland was Neyland. I bet you, Kalen DeBoer doesn't have anything else to say about any type of noise. He hasn't heard anything like he heard last night. I got my guy C2 with me, man. We're going to get into the meat of what is still an offensive struggle for Tennessee. But aside of that, you do not care as much about how the offense played when you beat Alabama. Alabama lost to Tennessee. Josh Heupel is now 2-2 against Alabama. I got some crazy stats for you. Josh Heupel is the guy. Continue to pay him. Continue to pay him. Continue to pay him. You already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the next day episode. It's about to be a good old night on good old Rocky Top. Let's go, man.
First play, second quarter, touchdown Tennessee. That throw's intercepted. Pierce down the sideline. Touchdown.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is good, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee today on a Sunday, the next day episode. Like I said, man, I got my boy C2 with me. C2, what's happening?
What up, man? What a good Sunday to be alive.
Bro, how you feeling, man?
Oh, I feel so good.
Ooh,
So
it's
good.
a great day to be alive. I notice. I'm trying to tell y'all, boy. Last night was absolutely electric. I mean, I just got done before I got on this live. Before I got on the live, I wasn't even done. I was just through the second quarter of my rewatch, and we brought it, bro. Neyland brought it. I'm talking from play number one. I'm telling you this, Jalen Milroe has never and will never see another environment like he saw last night, bro.
He was shook from play one.
I mean, from the first play, when I saw him literally have to go up to every single person on the offensive line and the running back right beside him and cannot hear what he is saying. I was like, it's going to be a long night, boys. It's going to be a long night. So much so that I actually want to play this clip. This is what Jalen Milroe had to say real quick at the top of the show, y'all. I ain't even said like, comment, subscribe. I haven't said anything. We dove straight in. But I need y'all to hear this, and then we'll dive into all of the stuff we have to. Check this out.
Jalen, walk me through the very beginning, the struggles right out of the gate and overcoming those.
Yeah, for sure. You know, that we do got to acknowledge that was a great crowd that we just played in front of, one of the greatest crowds in the country. And so, you know, we have to, you know, that's on us to control our controllables, understand our.
That was a great crowd we played in front of, you know, one of the greatest crowds in the greatest crowd in the country. Welcome to Neyland, Jalen Milroe. Welcome to what we tried to tell y'all for weeks, that y'all not going to be ready for this. 15 penalties, Corey, 130 yards of penalties. You ain't going to. Anyway, y'all listen, it's the top of the show. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell notification right now, man, so y'all never miss an episode. $2. Join the channel tonight, because it's about to get turned up tonight. We're going to stay as long as we need to, because it's going to be turned up tonight on the next day. Like I said, like, it helps the video, y'all. If you like it, man, people start to see more traction. We get to build this family. We get to build this YouTube channel. And so like it, comments. The comments help in a completely different way. It's an algorithm thing. people start seeing comments and like, oh shoot, maybe I got the courage now to comment. So y'all comment, subscribe. That just helps us get that 1,000 and I think 13 number keep ticking. We want to get to 1,100 before Georgia. We can do it because you guys love and support this channel, and we appreciate that so much. And then join the channel. It's $2. I joke around and I say, stop eating McDoubles and large fries. But for real, like, that's just one less burger a month. And then you get to hop in and literally hop in the Discord with us. Half of these people in this chat right now are in the straight up Tennessee family. I mean, literally, half of them are in there and they join in and we talk all the time. I mean, I feel like we're all brothers, literally. Like, we're all brothers. We don't live in the same place. We might live in different cities, but boy, it feels like we've known each other for years. That's what happens when you hit that $2 subscribe or that $2 join. Enough of that. I have to do those things. That's just protocol. C2, bro. That last night was up, bro. I mean, let me hit the chat up too. Let me hit the chat. Adrian's in the chat. What's happening? Brody throws up all of the oranges. Artez, my boy Tez. What's up, boy? He says, go Vols. Dylan Elam says, did you know Jermod McCoy is only 19 years old? Ryan Williams does. We're going to talk about Jermod McCoy. Chris says, yes, sir. I don't give a about the whole state of Alabama. Tim Rice says the first half was horrible, but I'll take it all day beating Bama in the second. I guess we're back to the one half teams from back in the day. You know, Tim, let me say that we're back to the one half team from last year. The issue with last year was we were the best first half team in the country, and we could not finish games. Think about Alabama, 20-7 at halftime, and you didn't score another point in the second half. Like, it's just completely
being
flipped
a
right
great
now.
Second half team over a great first half team every week and twice on Saturday.
Absolutely, absolutely. My boy Rezzy, aka Everything Ball, says Nico's confidence is back with that one throw, boys. What a dot that was to Dante Thornton. 55 yards, just dot. Dylan says, thank God we got to bye next week. That hangover game would kill us. Yeah. No, you're 100% right. Adrian throwing up the 10, man. Shout out to my boy Adrian. Don't give a dang about the whole state of Alabama. Go Vols. Tim Rice says, I think all Nico needed was to get hit one good time. After that,
said so.
He was good. He said it. Tim Rice also joins the channel. Shout out to my boy Tim.
Hey, welcome, Tim.
Thank you, Tim. Chris, yes, sir. Football is family. Football is family. C2, man. Let's talk about it a little bit. You know, we got people in the chat spicing it up already. You know, I felt like the offensive game plan was beautiful. It was
solid.
It was attack
Even
the zone.
In the first half.
I mean, attack the zones and just pray that Nico and the receivers are on the same page. And what happens again? Nico's throwing great footballs, drops. Then Nico's confidence gets hit. We take a couple of deep shots. He's a little off against Brass. He's way off to Squirrel. That was a tutty. That hurts a young guy's confidence, man. Like when you don't have things going early, and they were again, and then what happens? Same thing as Florida. Dylan Sampson fumbles. You know, early in that game, how did you feel? You know, were you like, here we go again? Or was it more of, okay, this is just who we are? Like, where was your position early in that game yesterday?
I would say in the middle of the two. So I really liked what I saw on offense. We looked better. We came out stronger. We came out faster. If it wasn't for us taking a sawed-off shotgun to our own feet with the turnovers, we would have been up by 3 touchdowns minimum going into the half.
Yeah.
So I liked it more than what I saw against Florida and what I saw against Arkansas. I think we looked better. We were just barely off on a couple things, and we got those together by the end of the game.
Yeah, I thought the same. You know, being in the stadium, y'all, like, you get to see plays develop, and you get to see the guys that we miss. You get to see, you know, a lot of the ins and outs that you just can't see on the rewatch unless you have that behind view, which really none of us have. You know, we don't get access to that. You know, God, we're just a couple of inches, a couple of seconds, really. I mean, that ball to Squirrel, if you go back and watch it, like, man, he should have threw the ball way earlier. Like, I know he was trying to wait till he got to the zone, and he waited till he got to the end zone, but he put it in the end zone, and he wasn't there yet. I think with the zip he put on the ball, if he just threw it earlier, like maybe if he threw it a little earlier and let Squirrel literally just run and walk in the end zone, Squirrel was open for, probably 20 yards. And then, it was crazy. That hurt me. That hurt me bad. I was just like, man, boy, it's going to be a long day. But once again, man, this Tennessee defense is something else.
Elite.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Absolutely elite.
I've never seen anything like this in orange and white. In my lifetime, I've not seen anything like this. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Rocky Top VFL joins the channel. Shout out to you, my man.
Welcome, man.
Everybody that's joining the channel, all you got to do, hit us on Instagram at Straight Up Tennessee. Just tell us, hey, I'm blah, 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 blah. We'll get you our Discord information, get you in there, and we'll chop it up together, man. So Dylan says, second time a scripted first drive ended in a fumble and killed our confidence. Got to clean up the mistakes this week. Absolutely. He says, if you got ESPN Plus and try to rewatch the game, there's a Skycam feature that basically gives you all 11. Okay, cool. Good to know. Chris has been telling y'all that since like week 3. Let's dive into this, man. Ryan Williams was targeted 19 times. Jalen Milroe was 25 of 45. He couldn't have hit his center in the back with a football yesterday. And Neyland, bro. It's Neyland, dude. From the jump, the kid did not even want to play last night. Corey, there were multiple times, bro. I'm out here like, is he really trying to make this pass when he could have just ran for 30 yards? Like, he was so shook that he was out of his own game. Like, he's a running quarterback, and he literally rushed the football for 11 yards.
11
yards. 11 yards, people. Yes, were some sacks included? Yeah. But he accounted for 250 total yards. He has been absolutely murdering teams. But that Tennessee defense, once again, C2, nobody has hit 20 on the Vols. Is this going to continue? Like, is this just going to be us, man? Like, I feel like it is.
If our offense builds off the confidence they developed in the second half, I don't see us losing to another team for the rest of the year, if that happens. But that has to happen because our defense is insane.
It's crazy. It's nasty. It's absolutely nasty. Shout out right here. Rocky Top VFL says, first time Milrose played at Neyland, he was shook. It was wild. I knew second play of the game when he dropped the fumble. And when he dropped the snap, I was like, this guy does not have a clue what is going on right now. Like, he is so shook that he doesn't even know how to catch the football anymore. It was absolutely insane. When Nico got hurt, I think everybody kind of gasped for air because everybody's in there saying, man, put Gaston in. No. You saw what happened. You saw what happened, didn't you? You saw what happened, didn't you? I bet you don't wish that no more, you dumb dummies. That was the dumbest throw I've ever seen in my life, bro. When he had Ethan Davis wide open on a seam, bro.
You cannot be a fifth-year senior and throw that ball. I don't care if you are fifth on the depth chart.
Bro.
You have to have seen enough film by that point in your college career to not make that throw.
He didn't, obviously. Volga says once Nico got hurt, he went into beast mode. Absolutely. That he said it woke him up. Like the thing that was so I feel like it was the same way for Hendon Hooker, bro. Every time I felt like Heupel would purposely run Hendon and let him like figure out is he going to try to run this guy over and get blew up or what? But it's every time Hendon got a little bit of contact early in the game, he was locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Run Nico, man. Let him get popped like that. I mean, now not like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, let him go out there and play and get popped. Man, something about getting hit like that gets you locked in. I don't know what it is, but it's something about it. It just flips that switch, man. That internal, like, okay, yeah, we really in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot, let James Pierce hit him just like twice before every game from now on and get him locked in from the first time he's on the field.
Dylan says, I'm just going to say it. If we can hold Georgia to 20, we can walk out of Athens with a W.
Absolutely.
Like Lee Corso said, though, not so fast, my friend. I think you're right. But boy, we got a long time till Georgia. That's a month away, man. I'm chilling right now. Tim says he thinks so as well. You know, I think so too. But we have just struggled on the road, and that still worries me. It's a road game.
It's true.
Between the hedges. That's probably going to be a night game. I hope it's not, but it's just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, and I ain't got to worry about it for a few more weeks. So, Jermon McCoy is special. He's special. It's a special kid.
Isn't he like a sophomore too?
Sophomore, true sophomore, transfer from Oregon State, where he knew, man, like, I got to get out of here. Like, I can really do this, and it's not here. And boy, am I glad to see him in the correct color, orange and white. I mean, from where, you know, in the stadium, bro, when the pick happened, the energy is so high, bro. You don't really know what happened. You know, he just caught a pick. And then you go back and see how the pick was caught. And you're like, this dude is this boy cold-blooded.
Caitlin's got a video of me reacting to that pick because up until that point, man, I was stressed. Like, I was not feeling good at all. And then he one-hand, I ran around my kitchen stomping like I was doing a praise dance is what it looked like. You could just says, CGI clip me into a gospel church and I would have fit right in.
Hey, Shetabaroshata. Vol Guy says, I'm worried about Kentucky. Do you think maybe it could be a trap game?
No.
Considering it's at home and considering they just got beat by Florida by 28 points, I'm not so sure. They're
if I'm worried about a trap game at this point, it's Vandy.
It's just that's a weird game too. That's after UTEP, last game of the year on the road, which it's gonna be a home game. Like, we know that, right? Alabama knew that as well. But you're still on the road. You know what I mean? And God, bro, they're not even good, C2. They just believe. They believe, man.
I mean,
like,
they're better than they have been.
They're better than they have been, but they ain't good. Like, they lost to Georgia State, bro.
True.
Like, you ain't good if you get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still, if you still losing to teams like Georgia State, come on, big dog, you not. But they believe in themselves, bro. Like, I think that's the difference. That, like, a team that believes is more dangerous than a team that's just really talented. You know,
and like not Georgia, not Kentucky. No one wants to beat us worse than Vandy does.
Oh,
not
absolutely.
A single team we will face for the rest of this year.
Yep. Dylan says Jermod McCoy is the second best portal pickup we've ever gotten, right behind Hendon. I mean, I don't have any issues with that. Tim Rice says straight up dog. Yes, sir. Dylan said, when's the last time we've had a true number one lockdown corner? I mean, would you say Cam Sutton or like Alante Taylor?
Those would be the two that came closest. Yeah. I think Jermod's better than them, but
yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Those are the only two where I'm like, okay. And honestly, Alante got better when he got to the league, in my opinion. Like, he was good his last year at Tennessee, but when he went to the league, bro, something switched in him for sure. Will Brooks, bro. Will Brooks. Let's talk.
Brooks.
Will Brooks saved us a lot. Will Brooks not only caught the pick to win the game, the early quarterback sneak, man, when he just laid out and just tripped Milroe
by his ankle.
That was the play of the game. That was the thing that I think kept us like, okay, because let's be real. He don't get tripped there. That's 6.
Yeah.
That's 6. And Will Brooks just does everything right, dude. He does everything right. He ain't the fastest. He ain't the most athletic. But by God, he does everything right. Dylan Edom says, I don't care how many kids Will Brooks has. Every one of them should get a full ride scholarship to Tennessee. Dude.
He should get a scholarship with back pay.
Oh, yeah. He need to be retro paid for his doing.
Like, at this point, man, and it's like I said, I can't remember if it was on the show or in a text. Someone was saying who they would put in over Turrentine at safety. And I said, shoot, put Will Brooks in. He may not have the same skill set or athleticism, but he wants it more than anybody else on the field. Every play.
Yeah. I mean, even Jacoby, bro. Jacoby made an incredible play down there on the quarterback sweep to the left side. I mean, I called that formation from a mile away. Like, they're going to load the line, and he's going to do whatever he can. And so, check this out. Turns in the building. He says, Will Brooks is honestly the glue of our defense. Wow. Big statement, Turn, but you're not way off, bro. I think, it's hard for me to say he's the glue because I mean, God, he might be though. Goodness. Like now when you start to think about it, bro, he just does everything right.
I think maybe not so much from a playing perspective, even though he does, like, he makes huge plays that are way beyond what we should expect. But from like a leadership and like a desire standpoint, I would definitely say he's the glue of our defense.
Yeah, Dylan says athletically, Will Brooks is the worst safety we've got, but he's just always at the right place at the right time. I mean, last night, 8 tackles, a tackle for loss, a pick. Yeah. I mean, dude, like that's the best player on the field. If you look at the stats, right, the numbers don't lie. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I would have said Keenan Peely was the glue, right, before the injury. I felt like when Keenan was off of the field, we struggled a lot in pass. We struggled a lot in run fits from a linebacker position. Adrian.
That's what I was laughing at.
Adrian said he's TK, but white. TK was always in the right place at the right time. And TK wasn't the most athletic, but he was always in the right place at the right time, making plays. Chris says, when you know football, being in the right place trumps speed and athleticism. It's true, man. I mean, it's special what Tennessee is doing. Tim Banks, we crucified you for no reason, man. We crucified you for no reason, and we fully see that we just didn't have the guys yet. Because now we have the guys, and boy, oh boy, are these guys absolutely killing. Let's answer this real quick, C2. Tim Rice says, what do you think about Boo doing what he did? I think we were so far deep in their head at that time that Boo could have said anything to Kendrick Law, and he was going to retaliate. And I think that's probably what he was doing. Like, he was just trying to. He could have
said, good game, bro, and they would have sent him off.
Literally, I think that he genuinely was just messing, picking at him. And Boo's a dog, right? Like, he's a guy that's just don't really care. Like, he's a F your feelings kind of guy. You know what I mean? Like, he don't care if we were up by 40. He's still talking crazy. And the bigger man won. Boo didn't put his hands on him until Law put his hands on him. Like, he forced him to make a bad decision. Yeah. And I respect, like, smart.
Yeah. I don't love it, but I can't say that I hate it when I was literally calling on the One More Day show for us to frustrate them, because then they will commit penalties, which they did. In that situation, it was a little risky considering where we were in the game for sure, but I can't hate it. He's an absolute monster out there.
Yeah, I mean, Chris said it best. True freshman Boo Carter playing like a veteran. Dylan says, I respect the pettiness from Boo, but I can't have Boo swinging back. I need you to flop like LeBron if somebody swings at you on the field. I mean, you ain't wrong. Tim Rice says, I love Boo, but man, that could have cost us. Got lucky. They didn't give it to us. No, you're right. I mean, like I told y'all, the penalty number was absolutely insane. Bama had 15 penalties for 115 yards, but we also had 11 for 95. We were right behind them, you know. But Tennessee was almost statistically better in every category the whole night, except passing yards. You know, Alabama had 2 more first downs. Tennessee's third down efficiency was better. We didn't go for it on fourth at all. We didn't have to. Total yards, Bama had 314. Tennessee had 414. Nico was statistically better at yards per pass at 6.9 yards a pass. We ran the ball for 220 yards. Alabama ran the ball for 75. 75. That's not an Alabama coach team, in my opinion. Especially when Milroe had to throw the football 45 times. 45? Bro, what? Yards per rush, man. They averaged 2.2 yards a clip. We averaged 5.4 yards a clip. We did lose time of possession. We only had the ball for 26 minutes and 45 seconds. They had it for 33-15. We frustrated them, man. We frustrated them all night long. And I mean, did you see the drive chart? Like, the drive chart was even so, like, absolutely mind-blowing to me. Like, if you look at what Bama did, their first 3 drives, Corey, check this out. Punt, pick. Touchdown, punt, miss field goal. Bro, the defense is elite, bro. Defense is elite. Defense is absolutely elite. And you get into the second half, I mean, it was all Vols, bro. They just started playing good again. And what is the fix, man? What is the fix for this offense, man? We've got to get things were going. I think that's my issue. Is that I can't say we've got to get things going. Things were going. And we have a massive fumble on drive number 1, and it kills you, bro. Like, what do you think it is? Like, is it the mistakes like that? Like, I don't know. I don't know what the fix is.
It's confidence. Nico has to have confidence, and he had nothing to do with the fumble. Don't hear me say that. But our veteran wide receivers need to catch a ball when he gets it on target to you. If it hits you in both hands, that should be a catch. Because otherwise, you're shaking his confidence.
Let me stop you real quick.
Sure.
I love me some Squirrel White. I love Squirrel White. I think he's got a cool name. I think he's done great things in Knoxville. Go get surgery and quit playing this year. You hurting us, man. Like you are hurting us more than you are helping. Squirrel White has, over the last 4, I think it was the last 4 games, he's got 8 drops. You hurting us, Squirrel. And especially now, bro, with this shoulder. The ball that Nico put, the slant, where he reached up with one hand. He couldn't move his arm. He couldn't move the other arm because of his shoulder. You hurting us, man. You hurting us. And I love Squirrel White, Corey. Like, I love Squirrel White. But, dude, sit down. Go get surgery. Get back right for next year, because you are not helping us with that. Like, that's a ball that you catch 100 times out of 100. But because you are literally on your last arm, you had to go up with one hand and try to be cute.
Yep.
We got, and then again, another dot ball down the sideline, drop. You know what I mean? Like, he's hurting us, man. And I hate that I'm saying it, but I'm leaning on the side of, man, Squirrel, I love you. We appreciate you, bro. We know you like that, but go get surgery, bro. Heal up, and we'll see you in 2025, man.
Absolutely agree with that. Like I was saying, man, veteran wide receivers got to catch the ball. Understand Squirrel's injured, so in a way, some of that's not on him for not being able to catch it, but it is because he's like fighting to get back into the game. Like, if you hurt like that, go sit. But Brew dropping passes, Brazel dropping passes, y'all gotta catch the ball when he gets it on target, because he is just starting to build this confidence. And that's why, honestly, it was a boneheaded, dumb play, the interception he threw. But on one hand, I didn't necessarily mind it because it showed he had absurd confidence that he might be able to make a play there. Absolutely dumb play, but I liked it from a confidence standpoint, and I think you saw us build on that confidence from there throughout the rest of the game. If he's not confident, we're not going to be able to overcome mistakes like fumbles and interceptions. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Somebody in the chat just a second ago said Mike Matthews needs some touches. You know, I lean on the side too, where I'm like, God, why is Mike Matthews not playing? You see Ryan Williams, you see Jeremiah Smith. Like, Mike Matthews a 5-star, but he's sitting on the bench. He had a lot of time out in fall camp. That hurts you as a freshman. That hurts you to get playing time on the field. But then also, I think, I don't think Mike Matthews is going anywhere. I don't think he's hitting the portal. I really don't. But I go back. Robert Meacham redshirted his freshman year. Now, Mike Matthews isn't going to redshirt. He's played too many downs and too many games. But Robert Meacham is one of the best receivers in Tennessee history, and he didn't play his freshman year, right? Mike Matthews is going to have his time. And with the exit of Dante Thornton, the exit of Brew McCoy, there's going to be a lot of minutes and a lot of shakeup next year in 2025. Like, that receiver room might look completely different.
I'm going to say this too. I'm tired of second guessing Heupel. We saw what happened when Gaston went in. I never want to see him take the field again. I hate saying that about a player that plays for my team, but please don't.
Bad. It was bad.
Awful.
And it was one play. It was one play, bro. I was like, I can't see it again. I can't see this again.
I can't. But saying that if Mike Matthews isn't on the field, it's either because he's not ready yet, which isn't a down on him. He's a true freshman. Nico wasn't ready last year. We know that now. Let Heupel do his thing, coach. He's had the best record against our biggest rivals of any coach we've had for the past 20, 25 years.
I agree. Justin Goins says this. What y'all thinking, Rugg? Hey, if our offense gets going, who is going to stop Tennessee? Really simple. No one. And I think that, like somebody said earlier in the show, like the ball to Dante and Nico getting absolutely lit up, those may have been the two plays that got him where he needed to be. Like, I think he's clicking now because, goodness gracious, the fade route to Brazil.
That was an NFL level throw.
Woo! Hey, y'all thought it was pretty on TV. Boy. When I saw Chaz motion out, I was confused because I was like, why is Brazil in the slot? But then I started to look at the field and I was like, they moved him into the boundary so that he had more space, right? Like, they moved him inside the numbers so Chaz to move out. They were playing man and Braz just ate him. And I mean, ball placement, that's the stuff that you can't teach, y'all. Like, that's the stuff that you're paying Nico to do, right? And yes, he's struggling. He has been struggling. But you saw even the ball to Dante on the run. 50 in the air on the run.
And I think that was smart too, because he can't put as much on it when he's on the run.
No.
As he can when he plants his feet. So it takes a few yards off, which made it accurate.
Yeah. I mean, Dylan says it best right here. That's what's beautiful about this team. It's young. We could catch a rhythm and win every game from here on out. Nick Greed says, go Big Orange, Vol for life, baby. Chris says, I saw it pre-play and call it. Ass turn. Yeah, you said it yesterday, bro. You said it. Brazil gonna catch this. You said it, and it happened. Man, it was a beautiful ball. It was beautiful. And once again, we haven't even said anything about who really should be in the Heisman race is Dylan Sampson, bro. I mean, 26 touches, 139 yards, 2 tutties, like against great football teams. What more does he have to do?
The fact that he's not in the conversation is honestly an insult to the award itself. I understand it's become a little bit of a quarterback award, just like MVP in the NFL has. But if you can't look at someone who is playing in the SEC in an offense that has not performed, he's not had anyone to take the pressure off of him. It has had to be him, other than the last half of this past game. Every game, every touchdown has had to be Dylan Sampson. And the national media, by and large, is just lost in the sauce of Gentry up there playing against nobodies that ain't ever going to be in the league.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean, bro, like Dylan Sampson's numbers so far through 6 games, right? 5-6-1, 7 games. Wow. 7 games, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We're 6-1. Yeah. 7 games. Goodness gracious. Years more than halfway over. That hurts my feelings. 144 touches for 838 yards, averaging 5.8 yards a clip, 17 touchdowns. He's got 10 catches for 88 yards as well. I mean, come on, people. Come on, people. This dude right now has 926 all-purpose yards in 7 games and 17 touchdowns. Yo, in the SEC. Let me say that too.
Yeah.
All of that in the SEC. He's got to get his name in there, man. I know, in my opinion, you know, if anybody needs to win the Heisman this year, to me, it's Travis Hunter. Dude is special. But they look at just stats, man. They're not looking at competition anymore. It sucks. I hate the Heisman voting. And it's weird because Heisman Trophy winners are heavily involved in the voting process. You know, like you would think that they would go the route of, man, like no competition and all of it. But I don't know. Dylan says he's 1 away from the season touchdown record in game 7, bro.
Yep.
You think he ain't getting that against Kentucky? He gonna probably have 2-3 of them Johns.
Oh yeah. I think the thing that's hurting him right now is he doesn't have many over the past few weeks of those like highlight type plays where like it's going to be put on and blasted on ESPN top 10, because he's not typically breaking like 50, 60 yarders. But
last night,
then he fumbled it. So
and then he did it again, though.
He did do it again. But most of his yardage is what I think is more impressive, in that he's getting touched by somebody at the line and still getting 6, 7, 8 yards. That's more impressive to me than hitting a gap that's wide enough to drive a car through and busting it for 50, 60. Like if you were consistently getting positive yards when a lesser back would have got tackled for no gain or a loss, that's what makes you special.
Bro. Dylan says right here, he says, real talk, if Sam wants to come back next year, he can take a lot of records home. He could, but he's not coming back next year.
No. And I don't blame him.
Y'all.
As a running back, you got to go to the league as soon as you can.
Yeah. He's not coming back. Saw this today too, as we kind of wrap up the next day's show. Josh Heupel is now 4-2 in his past 6 games against Florida and Alabama. Prior to this, Tennessee was 1-31 against Florida and Alabama in the past 32 games. I don't care what you say, folks. Just let the man do his job. We saw what happened when 8 got hurt. Let the man do his job. Let him coach, and let us watch and sit at home and do this and talk and just have a good time together on Straight Up Tennessee. The next time I see somebody talking about Heupel ain't doing this and Heupel ain't doing that, this is too vanilla, this is too this. Just trust Josh Heupel, because he is proving all of us wrong. We've all fallen victim to what we think he needs to do. I'm done with it, man. He continues to show that he is far greater than what he assumed to be at UCF, right? Like we knew UCF had high octane offenses, but he was great year 1. Year 2 went down. Year 3 went down. We're only getting better. Yeah, last year was a 9-3 season. I didn't love it. It wasn't the best thing I've ever been a part of. But everything that we want, bro, is right in front of us. And we can get it, and we can have it.
The thing to remember about last year is 5-6 years ago, we would have killed to have a 9-3 season.
Boy.
So what people don't understand, because the problem I have with a certain subsection of Tennessee fans, I love them. You know, they support the team. They're loud. They're out there. They're cheering. I don't, no hate, but it takes time to build what the Alabamas, the Ohio States, the Georgias have of just 4 and 5 stars all the way deep on your whole team. That's not something someone can just do in 2 to 3 years. And we are seeing what he can do, because if you look at our defense, it is stacked. People told me earlier this year that if we don't win the Natty this year, it's not going to happen next year because our defense, like some of our leaders, like Pierce, may be gone.
Yeah.
We're deep enough where, yeah, it's going to hurt to lose them, but I don't think it matters as much. We've got so many dogs on defense. Like, Jamad's still there.
Yep.
Like, what do you want? Let the man cook.
And that's what we gonna let him do, y'all. That's what we gonna let him do. But y'all, man, it's been a fun day. It's been the next day. Tomorrow we live, same time. We live 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern. But it's the bye week. Y'all know how we rock on our bye weeks, man. We're live tomorrow, and then we won't be back till next Sunday. So to get your straight up Tennessee fix, you better be in the lobby tomorrow night, 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern. Gonna be a very, very good night. We're gonna reflect. The boy Turn gonna be back with me. So he's gonna be back in here and give his reaction to Tennessee getting that dub last night in Neyland. C2, man, before we wrap, bro, you got anything else, man?
You know, I just really hope that they're doing all right after dealing with that noise. I mean, they had more false starts than a car with bad spark plugs. So, you know, it's going to be a rough week for them, and you know, they're college kids. So I hope they recover.
And this is how you know. This is how you know.
DeBoer can go eat one.
100%, 100%. This is how you know there's no good games this week. They're going to Tuscaloosa to watch them play Missouri. That's where SEC Nation is going. And game day is going to freaking Indiana.
Which Indiana deserves it, but not against Washington.
Washington and Indiana. Come on, y'all. Our bye week, why we got bad football? Why do we have bad football on TV?
It's happened both times.
Golly. Goodness gracious. But y'all, we'll see y'all back live tomorrow night, 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern, for just the Monday rundown, man. We're going to have a good time, chop it up, see some press conferences, man. It's the bye week, man. We're going to take it easy, and then you already know, man, we back full force next Sunday for the Who Is Our World. Next Sunday will be kind of our next day, but we ain't really talking about anything. And then Monday is Who Is Kentucky, man. Dark mode. Ooh. I got a hard shirt I'm going to wear for that game, too. So, but man, I appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thank you for the support. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Join the channel, man. $2. That's all you got to do. Everybody that joined the channel today, hit us on Instagram at Straight Up Tennessee. We'll get you that link to our Discord channel so you can hop in there and chop it up with us all day long. Because literally, I'm not kidding. We really talk every day for hours. So it's a fun time. But y'all know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We love y'all, man. We'll see y'all back tomorrow night live for my guy C2. It's your boy Ruckin' the Building, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you tomorrow night.